weird looking screw things.
Yeah. The long ones?
Yep.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're embarking on more of our very big summer project, which is the deck. The space is about to get a major upgrade and we can't wait to share those steps with you. So, every backyard has the potential to be more than just a patch of grass. In our case, we don't even have grass. So, the summer has been a major turning point for us in transforming the backyard into a space that fits everyday life and can also host, celebrations and just those really sweet moments. First thing first, our canopy finally arrived, which was one of the middle of the road projects where we knew we needed a little bit more shade in this area because we've been having a lot of hot summer days. Sometimes it's a little too hot to sit back here and hang out, so came up with the intermittent solution of a canopy or sun sail. This will be really nice this summer because we'll be able to enjoy it right when it goes up. We haven't decided long term if we're going to do a pergola or some sort of lattice covering. That's going to be on the docket next year, but we knew that we wanted to do something this year to get things going, especially considering all that we've done so far. So we had to first set up the hardware, and Jordan took the heights bit for me since I'm not a huge fan of heights, but we went ahead and attached everything, and then we had to kind of lay it out. It was a little bigger than we anticipated it to be for the space. We thought if we pulled it tight enough, we could get a good covering. However, this was not the case, and we ended up having to get on the roof and then pulling it taut and then connecting it securely so that it wouldn't flap all over the place. The canopy was a great option for us, seeing as we're not 100% sure what the shaded solution we want it to be more permanent, and we're also not sure how it's going to hold up in the rainy season. And living in the Pacific Northwest, rain happens a lot. But let's take a quick peek at the before of the deck just so you can see how amazing it is that we're actually at this stage of adding these extra little bits and pieces. Before even that photo, we had nothing. This was just a gravel pit with 3 stairs that led down into it, and we just constantly had to maintain it. We had to keep things from growing in it, and they had to keep our little one from eating the rocks because she loves to play with different textures, and it was overall just a pain. The little gravel bits would get in our dog's paws, he'd bring them inside, then you would step on the tiny bits of gravel, all around uncomfortable for everybody. So it was nice that we had, even getting the deck built felt like a complete shift in our normal go day-to-day. It changed how much debris was getting inside. It changed the space. We have more space to spread out. The living area has almost doubled because now we have an indoor area. It's nice and cool. And we also have an outdoor area so we can enjoy the outdoors, which we all have been. Again, deck before. Look at that. It is come so far, and I can't even believe it. Like, looking back at these photos, it feels crazy to me seeing how much work we put into this, and not just ourselves. Like my parents have come over and helped. Jordan's brother has come over and helped for things. Our community is really pulling through. This is the after. Can we just marvel in this for a moment together? Of course, it's easy to sit here and pinpoint everything that we still have yet to do or is not perfect or is not done yet, but just looking at this, what we've built together has been incredible. The next stage in our plan was picking out some greenery for the area, so that following weekend we had a nice little date to the gardening center. We picked up some blooms, we added some texture, a lot of color, and it brought so much life to the deck. Those touches of greenery brought freshness and vibrancy, and it made the backyard feel so lush, especially considering most of it was brown. We have a lot of bark chips and bark dust. We don't, again, no grass in the backyard as of yet, but getting these little bits of green onto the deck, as you can see, totally changed things. We also brought in an old rug to put down because the Trex gets incredibly hot. So adding this little rug gives you a reprieve from the heat, and you can be out here barefoot in the shade during the day. I got these chairs from World Market. I waited for them to go on summer sale, and then I might have waited a little bit too long because they were out of stock for quite a while, and I was able to snag them when I put an email alert, so I'll try to link those if I can below. Chair assembly took quite a while, and then we potted all the plants. It was so much fun to do this as a family because we each picked and chose kind of different versions of the same thing. And then we didn't realize till we got home how many duplicates, but they kind of flow really well. It's almost like there's a bit of a color palette happening here. I'm giving our little lime tree just a bit of topsoil. We did have one big rainstorm, and then of course in the background Jupiter is my assistant. He likes to be where I am, so you'll see him kind of chilling in the corner there. I should have also gotten some footage of Ollie helping me with the planting because she was so cute. It was so sweet, but it was one of those moments I just had to stay in it. I couldn't stop to capture it or she would have, changed what she was doing, but so much fun. And then a bit of a view at night here. We have the mood lighting, which is the string lights we fixed. I talk about that in last week's video or maybe one of the shorts. But we also bought this little fireplace, little gas-powered outdoor fireplace we put together. And it looks so good. It's got these blue glass in the inside where the igniter is, and it creates such a cozy function. At this point, our deck is inching more and more towards feeling complete to me. Although I'm sure we will tweak things as needed when different seasons arrive to see what works for us and what might need to be fine-tuned. Our yard, however, is still on the to-do list. We've maintained the overgrowth, but what we're left with is a yard that is strictly bark chips and dust. Now, at first glance, that might seem very dog-friendly, but it's actually turned out to be quite the opposite. So our lovely Jupiter, along with anyone we dog sit, has had the unpleasant experience of splinters. And so later on, we'd like to get the bark chips completely out of here and replace them with grass, but that might be a project for next year, next season. A little bit of a plant tour. We also brought, you could see my poor aloe vera did not do so well. He's been moved since then, but we have some really nice hydrangeas. We have a jade enchantress, a lovely little lime tree with 2 little babies on it that are getting so big. I'm so excited. They won't grow very big. They'll stay mini like this because we have it in such a small pot, but it's fun to come out here and see them as they change. We also have an elephant ear, I think is what said it on the label. And then you can see the little fireplace in its cover. So it's looking so sharp out here. It looks so good. It's taking shape. To bring, again, this is what we brought that life and color into the space with the greenery. They don't only look great, but they help create a peaceful, inviting atmosphere. Jordan's been totally crushing it on the backyard. You can see he pushed all of those bark chips into a pile so we have easy access to get rid of them. We've had to do this in stages to accommodate daily life, plus our bin size for the debris. That being said, last year we cleared out a really decent size of that, and already this summer Jordan has surpassed everything we did last year with the bark chips. So we might, if the weather permits, we might be able to stake things and put the grass seed down and maybe see some change there, which would be great. But it also might have to wait till next season, which is just to show you that, like, looking back, seeing how much we've accomplished, this deck is a true labor of love, and we can't wait to enjoy it with friends and family, and we already have. We sit here and we're already dreaming of our next projects. Next year, maybe we'll add a pergola, maybe even a small garden, or we definitely want to increase the water features out here for ambiance. The possibilities are truly endless. I want to thank you so much for following along on this journey with us. Be sure to like, you can leave a comment, you could subscribe for more home improvement adventures. Until next time, happy building, and thank you so much for your time today.